I was just wondering, really, because it's the same for me. I mean, I support England, but I also support India. Although I would say England I support more because I'm culturally more English. I was born and brought up here. But when England are playing India, I feel like it's a win-win situation because whoever wins, I'm pretty happy. And when India are playing anyone else, obviously I support India. But I was wondering whether, after all that happened to you, whether that had affected your love for the England cricket team, and whether you'd sort of started to feel more Pakistani, as it were, and lean towards Pakistan cricket.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't. I don't. I find it difficult to connect with the England cricket team and cricket in this country. You know what it's done to me and my family is difficult. It's difficult. I'm a glass half full person, and I try and get on and just try and move forward. But it's absolutely difficult, and it has challenged my where my loyalties lie if they were to play against each other. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But I want to see players that I've sort of grown up with and fond of. I want to see them do well. I'd love to see Adil become a 3 times World Cup winner. Played a lot of my cricket with him. I'd love to see Joss go on and captain and win another World Cup. So that's the part that still connects me with the England cricket team. But yeah, it's not just the team. The game as a whole, and a lot of the people within the game have hurt me and disappointed me. And I think that hurt's still pretty raw. And that'll take time. But Pakistan cricket's hard to follow. God, it's like, as I say, every day is a news story. As I said, I don't know how many captains and chairmans, and God knows what's going to turn up. So, which is entertaining in some ways, but quite depressing in some.
I find that really sad, because you were captain of England under 19s. I remember that's the first time I came across you. And, for all other British Asians, I was very happy to see a British Asian lad captaining the England under 19s. And here we are a few years later, and you don't feel that connection anymore.
Yeah, these are the sad parts of what's happened over the last few years. If I'm being honest, like things happen. They shouldn't have happened, but it's over the last few years, the extent some people have gone to get revenge, get back at me, make life really, really difficult for me, has been hard to take. And where it's come from has been a massive eye opener. The institutionalized response. I was told by people way more experienced than me, the Empire Strikes Back, and it's felt like they've wanted to get at me, and it's come from prominent stakeholders within the game. So I've sort of got to this point, Matt, and like with Yorkshire, I think I talked about when Colin came back. I'm a first team cap player at Yorkshire. And when Colin came back, that was it for me. Up until then, I always said it's my club. I no longer see Yorkshire as my club. I really don't. It's not, it's like being in a relationship where, you just keep being told that you're not welcome, you're not welcome, you're not welcome. And I think there's overt racism is very, very easy to tackle, or easier to tackle. The covert racism eats you up inside. And that's what the game's doing to me right now. And it continues to. But I'm a lot stronger than some of the people who are doing that. And as I said, I'll glass half full. I'm not going to give up my space in this game because, people who want to protect the racist and protect the game for the status quo have got a problem.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people anyway, mate, who would support you on that for sure. You're definitely not alone. Could you see a situation where you would ever move back to the UK?
At this stage, unlikely. As I said, the reason for the move was to protect the family. Um, and as I said, my kids didn't speak out. My parents didn't speak out. My wife didn't. We didn't. They didn't deserve the things that was thrown at them. And I don't want my kids to have to go through this. So no, I don't think in the short term, but hopefully somewhere in the future, possibly. But at this moment in time, I'm very clear that they're not just physical safety, there's psychological safety is really, really important to me, and I want to protect them.